All-American, last year's Big Ten champion, Rutgers Anthony Ashnault, their only finalist. Number one all the way to the finals, but Javier Gasca upset number 2 ranked Gulabon and then number 3 ranked Thorne, and here he is, and he is on a roll, Jim.
He really is, and Roger Chandler's got to be really happy in his first year of leading the Spartans with the performance that they've had. You know, they went from basically non-existent, not scoring any points. They were 10th in this tournament so far, and Javier Gasca has been one of their leaders. Did a nice job in a hard-fought match against Tommy Thorne, went overtime, but Ashnault, one of those guys that I just think is just such a tough out. It'll be a tough guy to beat in the NCAA championships, and so poised out there, and really has it from all positions.
He does. He scores from all positions.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or the left, on his feet, on top, underneath.
Yeah,
he's very dangerous.
And his timing of when he does it too. He always seems to get the critical points in tough matches. So he looks sharp going into this part of the season.
And what a important thing to have happen, looking sharp going into the season, this part of the season. And so Anthony Ashnault starts out fast with a takedown over Javier Gasca, the lowest seed finalist, as the number 7 seed and the first finalist for Michigan State since 2009, when Franklin Gomez was a Big Ten wrestling champion.
Nice work there by Gasca. He's got do a nice job of creating a little separation, kind of switching into that leg. Good shot by Ashnault. Most guys get beat in that position. He takes it right into a tilt.
Whether it's on his feet or on top, Anthony Ashnault can be a scoring machine. 4-point near fault. Got the 4 count, the 4 points, and out in front, Anthony Ashnault going for his second Big Ten championship, out in front 6-0. With only a minute 15 gone in the first.
That tight waist ride there, you got a nice good look at it here. If he doesn't get that, he's going to fish for the wrist. He's looking at that cross wrist ride right there, and very close to getting it. Gasca understands the gravity of the situation, only trying to cover the fingers. It's a 2-on-1. Look what Ashnault did right there. He went to the ankle right there instead of to help himself get it free his wrist.
Ashnault,
well done.
Cranking up the riding time. Ashnault, you mentioned earlier, 4-time New Jersey champion, state champion out of South Plainfield, New Jersey, South Plainfield High School. He's a Jersey boy, he's a junior, and he's already a 2-time All-American.
You know what I liked about that technique, and I made a big deal about him grabbing the ankle right there. Gasca had cleared his wrist, and normally you step up at that point. He anticipated what Gasca was going to do and eliminated here with that ankle grab. Now he gets the cross wrist right again. He's right back into that tilt. He'll come across, try to drive the point of the shoulder down. Gasca really working the fingers.
Gasca really having to fight hard. The California native out of Kingsburg High School, Kingsburg, California, a redshirt junior. They're both juniors. A lot of battling in front of him.
Now he puts the leg in, but he's still working out those wrists.
Ashnault's had his way with Gasca over the last couple of years. They've met a couple of times, and Anthony Ashnault is a 2-0 over Gasca.
Yeah, more hand fighting in there. And it's not just the hand fighting. You got to get your lower body active here, get a little hip separation, turn into the arm that's around the waist. Right, not quite able to do it, just kind of glides out, gets the escape at the end of the period, and see if it brings him back into the match.
Well, if you're going to get going, that was a good time to get going with 1 point with less than 15 seconds left in the first period. So it's 6-1. Ashnault out in front. The Big Ten champion from last year, Rutgers only finalist, is looking good for a opportunity to win a second one right now. We head into the second period. Ashnault ahead of Gasca, 6-1.
I think everybody's kind of come to the same conclusion about this weight class. Wide open at the NCAAs. Of course, the returning national champion is back in Dean Heil from Oklahoma State, and he's been undefeated this season. But top 16 seeds are capable of maybe even making the finals.
There's your results from 133 pounds. Stefan Micic beating Zane Richards for 3rd and 4th place. There are 9 qualifiers for the NCAAs. So all the way down to 9th place, and they wrestled for that. Billy Rappo from Maryland makes the trip to St. Louis. All of these guys, 3 through 9, are going to St. Louis in a couple of weeks. But we know that we just got done watching one great match at 133 because number 1, Nathan Tomasello over number 2, Corey Clark, in a great match. Won in a last-second escape by Tomasello.
I love that match because both guys were acting and wrestling like they're into their strategy the whole way and wrestled the whole 7 minutes. That was fun to watch. Ashnault working a little off the 2-on-1.
Ashnault's had a very steady year, been right up there all year. Not so Gasca. He's been up and down, a lot of bumps in the road, but he's wrestling well at the right time, Jim.
Well, it's up to Gasca to go ahead and get the offense going. I think Ashnault senses that, and certainly with the 5-point lead and the riding time build up there to a pretty tough level. He understands that you know, Gasca's got to make the move, and so far Gasca hasn't. And so both guys seem to be pretty content with the score the way it is right now.
You talked about Roger Chandler taking over for longtime coach Tom Minkle. He is the head coach now at Michigan State after a long term as assistant coach. And, you know, Jim, he wants to start doing what Scott Goodell and Donnie Pritzloff has done at Rutgers as far as,
wow.
Oh, boy, and here goes Rutgers.
He's
Looks
a pinner.
He is a pinner.
Yep. Nice job of settling back right there, and good job by Gasca to get off his back. Really sensed that. Got the quick takedown and the spin around and acted like he was going to go ahead and release him, and goes right into the cradle, a lot like you'd see Jason Nolf do at 57 for Penn State.
And it seems like Ashnault over the last year has just gotten looser and looser, trusting his every position that he has, and he's wrestling with abandon.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is the quickness in our sport is anticipation. I think he's just doing a good job of a better job out there of really kind of anticipating what the opponent is going to bring and what he's going to do, and that's, I think he's a half a step to a full step quicker on his shots, and he's always been tough in the top position.
12-2 is the lead, a major decision right now for Anthony Ashnault. If you win by 15, it's a technical fall, and one more takedown and back points like he just had.
You know, and this is the point, you know, you're qualifying, Javier Gasca is qualifying for the tournament. You got to go out there, and this is your ace in the hole. What is your big move that you got to go ahead and try to go ahead and take him to his back? Because it doesn't make any difference at this point. You know, what you get beat by, you're down by 10 points in riding time. What's your big move? You got to know what you want to try to accomplish out there. Waited and gave Big Ten champion another opportunity to look great.
Just been very dominant, workmanlike for the Big Ten champion, Anthony Ashnault. And Rutgers, for the 2nd year in a row, has a Big Ten champion. Defeating Javier Gasca. There's Mom Sue. She's excited. She's got the black and scarlet on. The smile for the champion. 2-time All-American.